Okay, Chat GPT told me what I need to do to help y'all. And she gave me content for 4 weeks. The first one it told me to write or do a video on was 5 estate planning myths debunked. And I'm like, okay, fine. Okay, got it. I haven't really thought about it until just now, but let's see if I can pull it off. Number one, some people believe that probate should be avoided and that probate is, quote, a big headache and really super expensive. First of all, do you know what probate is? I'd be stunned if you did. With 100% certainty, most of the YouTube videos and things you hear about probate, people have never done a probate. They don't even know what it is. Most people mistake estate tax with probate. And on the federal level, there's 2 tax systems you need to be aware of: federal estate tax, state estate tax, and inheritance tax. There's 13 states with an estate tax. You probably don't live in any of them. On the federal level, you got to have a state larger than 11 million for that to be a problem. And number one, probate should be avoided. Probate is not estate tax. That's actually 2 myths right there. Estate tax and probate is not the same thing. Don't get confused. And 2, probate is a court procedure. This is the modern age, man. Probate doesn't even require in-person hearings in most states after COVID. Okay, so myth number 3. There's no reason to have a probate. People believe that. There's no benefit. Probate is the only way to permanently bar a creditor. Let me explain what that means. When you pass away, I don't know if you knew this, but your debt does not die with you. The creditors still have a claim. They can still pursue it. Now, without a probate, there's no way to put that to an end in a way that's permanent. And a mistake people make is they create a living trust. They appoint their son or daughter to be personal representative, and people are very private with their money, which means they're also very private about their debt. Some people rack up debt at the last minute. The medical bills, the ambulance ride to the hospital, the open heart surgery, whatever. Those are claims, creditors' claims. And if the trustee, your son or daughter, distributes the estate too soon, then they could be held personally liable for that debt. Whereas probate allows a process in which after follow a couple of rules, give notice, and then when the probate's closed, minimum of 4 months, but it puts an end to that. So 3 things. Don't confuse estate tax and probate, 2 different things. You probably don't have an estate tax problem. Number 2, probate is not a big deal. It's not expensive, and you can do most of it remotely. You do not need a lawyer for it, but might as well. What does it matter? Number 3, there's no good reason to have a probate. And I'm here to say that that's not true. You can give peace of mind as to debt only through a probate. Okay. So number 4, living trusts are a huge problem. They're being sold by lawyers who make big fees on it, and financial services use living trust. They call them living trust mills to get access to people's financials. And so they're kind of quasi estate planning work selling living trusts. And just take a quick look at and type in living trust and see how many videos pop up, and then count how many are actually law firms. And you'll be able to tell quickly if that firm has any experience with litigation. There you go. So living trusts are convenient, more convenient than probate. You can transfer real estate in a probate with one deed. And let me explain that. You can't take it with you. Like the golden rule of estate planning is when you pass away, you have to leave everything behind. That means your personal residence, your real estate, your rental properties, whatever, right? Real estate transfers by deed. It's the only way to do it. Now, to think about it, when you pass away, there has to be a new deed that records title, so it vests in the name of your children, not the government. That's a deed. That's one deed, personal representative deed. And living trusts are touted as being convenient, but a living trust transfers titles with 2 deeds. Now, 2 is twice as much as 1. Oh, there's 2 deeds. One deed goes into the trust during your lifetime, and then another deed comes out. Right there, you got 2 recording fees, you got 2 attorney's fees to prepare the deed, all this stuff. Come on, use your head. that's one example of why living trusts aren't the be all end all. Myth number 5, debunked, and this is the most important. People believe that living trusts protect your assets. Not only do living trusts not protect your assets, living trusts actually can subject your personal residence in some states to Medicaid lien. That would not be the case had they not been in a living trust. So when you see someone say living trusts protect assets, either directly or indirectly, ask that person or challenge that person to say, how do you define asset protection? And tell me specifically how a living trust protects my assets. If they say it avoids probate, that's not asset protection. It's not. Probate is less expensive than a living trust. And so you're spending more on a living trust, period, than a probate. And it does not protect your assets from estate tax in and of itself. It does not protect your assets from Medicaid lien. It does the opposite, really. So 5 months, how long did that take me? I don't even know. But I think I pulled it off, and those are important tips. Okay, I got to finish my walk. I'll see if I can pull off another one tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see.